I'm Enya Flack with All the Queen's Men, and you are watching FaceTime with Todd Wharton.
Hi, Shari Rowe here. You're watching FaceTime with Todd Wharton.
From Times Square in New York City, it's FaceTime with Todd Wharton. With special guest Enya Flack. And musical guest Shari Rowe. And now, here is your host, Todd Wharton.
Welcome to another edition of FaceTime with Todd Wharton. I'm your man, your host, Todd Wharton. We have an incredible show for you. But before we get to that, it's the Academy Awards weekend, and we got some breaking news to share with you. But you know what? I'm going to let my colleague tell you all about that. His name's Todd also, so I think it's time for the news exclusive report. Hey, thanks for that warm introduction, Todd. You know, there's nothing better than getting a great introduction from yourself, introducing yourself. That's right. My name's Todd Wharton, and welcome to the News Exclusive Report. Now, as everyone knows, tomorrow is the 97th Annual Academy Awards. Now, last year's award show, a lot of people thought Barbie the movie should have went home with a lot more awards. But you know what? You win some, you lose some. But we've obtained exclusive footage. That's right, breaking news that there is a Barbie 2 in the works. Now, I'm going to let you guys take a look at this teaser. I think you're going to like it, but it's not exactly what you think this Barbie movie should be. But you know what? I liked it. I think you will too. Check it out.
Fired! Shots fired! Shots fired. What's the location? 41st Street. Shots fired!
God, I'm a dirty little girl. I'm a dirty little girl.
See anyone come in here? Man, I'm a blind ass motherfucker. What do you think? Sorry about me. Donuts. You mind? Hi, Bobby.
Man, this is some bullshit. We have a great show for you guys tonight. Hollywood actress and co-star Tyler Perry's hit TV show on BET Plus, All the Queen's Men. My girl Enya Flack is going to be in the house. And then later on, country music artist Shari Rowe will be here performing her hit song, Night Rider, right here on FaceTime with Todd Wharton. So guys, stick around and we'll be right back after these messages. FaceTime with Todd Wharton is brought to you by Fix Your Fungal Nail by Fix Your Feet Products, formulated by podiatric surgeon Dr. Yolanda Ragland to clear nails of fungal infection. For more information, go to fixyourfeetproducts.com. And by Popcorn Remix, gourmet popcorn remix your way. A variety of flavors is now available for purchase by visiting popcornremix.com. Popcorn Remix, the taste is in the name. Well, welcome back to the show, everyone. So my guest tonight is a Hollywood actress. She's also a former reporter for Fox Sports Net, as well as an entertainment reporter for Extra TV and E! News Live. But right now, she's here to talk about her co-starring role in Tyler Perry's hit TV series on BET Plus, All the Queen's Men. Guys, I can't wait to talk to her. Please welcome to the show, Hollywood actress, my girl, Enya Flack. Enya, how are you doing today?
Good, I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for being on the show, by the way. I heard so many great things about you.
Oh, well, I pay those people to say that, but thank you.
Me too.
Good to be here.
Speaking of that, I got to pay your publicist just to have you on. I think I don't know if I can Venmo him or something, but you know he probably wants cash, which is cool. I don't have to pay taxes on that. But let's dive into right away, which I do with a lot of the guests. You have done so many things over the years. You have a lot of hats that you wear, like a lot of hats. And I say this to some artists, you are on a roller coaster ride because it seems when you started, you're not sure what you want to do, and then you do know what you want to do, and then you did it. You gave up engineering to aspire to this, to aspire to that. But I think you made the right choice when you got into entertainment. You were an entertainment reporter for Extra, bunch of other shows as well. You were also in media, actress, model, Miss America pageants, Miss USA. I mean, you're from the NC. If you guys don't know, NC's North Carolina, for those who don't read a book. I have to say, they're like, NC, is that an emoji or a text? What is that? Well, you did a lot of great things. So first of all, tell me how you got the bug where you decided, you know what, I want to be an actress. How did you get that bug?
Okay, I'll be real honest with you.
I hope so.
Acting kind of fell into my lap, and that's the truth.
Really?
It's something that I was kind of interested. I did have an interest, but growing up in North Carolina, I mean, it's not something I really knew how to do. I mean, here I'm in North Carolina right now, and the area is really known for science and math and that kind of stuff, and that's why I was, headed down the engineering path for a long time. But through I'll just say a weird series of events. I ended up working in San Francisco at a modeling school.
Okay.
I was teaching mostly guys how to do runway modeling. A a talent scout came from LA to scout for new talent. And I being a teacher, I wasn't really supposed to get to speak to him, but
Yeah.
he saw me in my office, came in my office, asked me if I'd done any acting, and I had taken literally one class in college just on a whim. And I was like, no. And he had me read some sides with him.
Mhm.
And this was the line. He says, you got a really good look. I think I could represent you. Would you be willing to move to LA? And I had lived in San Francisco for about 4 months. And I said, no, I
Yeah.
wouldn't.
You just got here.
Here, I just got here. I had been to LA once. Wasn't there long enough to even know anything about it. I was like, I don't think so. And so he said, well, if I could get you an audition, would you come down for an audition? Would you fly down? And I said, well, if it's on my day off, I'm off on Fridays. I could, come
Yeah.
down. And Todd, he got me an audition within 2 weeks. I read for it. I got a call back the same day, booked the first thing I ever read for in my life.
I need to get that bug.
I just crazy.
I
And
need to know where I
but
can get that.
I know that's crazy, right? I mean, and it's such a weird story. And when people ask me, "Oh, how to get into the business and all that," I'm like, "Well, I don't know if I'm the right person to ask." But I did a lot of catching up after after I booked that first thing. I was like, "Well, I'm not tied to San Francisco. I mean, hey, maybe I'll give it a shot. Why not? I'm in a new place, new space. Let's do it."
Yeah. You want to know something? This is actually a great story, and I'm going to tell you why real quick. When you act desperate, yes, I'll be there right away. I need it. I need it. A lot of these agents find that you might be really hard to work with because you're so desperate just to get into Hollywood that you'll do anything. And
Yeah.
you're being honest with him, like, hey, I have a job. I just moved here. Yeah, I would like to do it, but unless it's like guaranteed, I'm not going to move my whole life out there and then nothing happens. And a lot of people do that. A lot of people move with no money. They have no direction. They don't know what to do, and they're relying on strangers to help them move towards the light, right? And it's like, nah, I always tell people, keep your day job in order to fulfill your passion until your passion can one day, fund your lifestyle.
That's
And
right. Exactly.
your
How
story is
that
actually right on the money because you just said it. Like, hey, I'm off Friday. Like, my attitude would have been, hey, if you want me to move out to LA, I need a place. I need it paid for. I need some sort of income right away because I'm not moving out there. And I end up being homeless with a sign like, does people have money to move back to San Francisco? Because that's what my sign would be. So I think you did the right thing, and you've been great. You Malcolm and Eddie, I believe, on UPN 9, which you locked into as well. Black Scorpion, which is on the Sci-Fi. Is it me, or is this everybody fall into like a sci-fi movie when they first start? Is that me?
You might be right.
You know, I
But
want to get eaten by a tiger.
you know what? Those are such fun to do. I mean, they're so campy and so, a lot of them so ridiculous, but they're so much fun because you really you can't go too far with them because it's already out there anyway. So they're fun. Black Scorpion, I to this day is one of the most fun productions that I got to work on. I loved it.
Yeah. And the best part about sci-fi, if you don't know what to watch at 1 in the morning, you turn on sci-fi because you're guaranteed a Sharknado or something's going to be on there where it's just like, let's watch it. I want to see what a snake combined with the dinosaur looks like anyway. And let's watch that. Those are fun movies. I spoke to Rip Hillis, who does a lot of those movies, and he said he loves it. He always loves going back to sci-fi and doing all that stuff, which is great. Now you got into hosting. Now, if people don't understand it, I host. I think hosting's, if you're good at it, it's easy, right? But I think hosting is one of the hardest jobs out there because you consistently have to change every single day meeting. You have to study on the person you're interviewing. And then you got to create a dialogue and also have pocket questions and keep it moving. So there's no dead space in the interview. Did you find that when you were doing interviews on Extra and everything else?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And another thing you have to do is and you have to do this with acting too, but you have to listen. I mean, most people who interview people, they come with a set of questions. They got their, you got your little notepad and you've done your research and I'm going to ask this and this, but they
Yeah.
don't stop, take a second to listen to what the answer is. And maybe there's a better question that you could have asked instead. So yeah, I think that interviewing I mean, it's definitely a skill. I mean, not everybody can do it for sure.
Do you miss it?
Do I miss it? Yeah, I do. I mean, because I'm kind of naturally
Yeah.
inquisitive, I guess. So yeah, I do miss it. And I'll probably roll back into it at some point, maybe. I don't know.
You never know.
I just like people and so I possibly will.
Well, let me tell you something. You're really well spoken. Like I speak to a lot of people, but you're very eloquent when you speak, and you're a very easy person to talk to. And I think acting is just, I think, a catapult to what you're already good at, right? You're already good at memorizing lines. People can understand you. Yes, you have a good look. I'm sure you've heard that a billion times. Like, well, there's a lot more than just these looks. All right, guy, I got degrees here and stuff like that going on. Like I'm a powerful woman up in here, so don't knock that. Now let's talk about all the Queen's men. You did a lot of interviews on this already, and there's still one question that I will ask, and I know a lot of people ask, and I think this is why you're in North Carolina right now because I think you're probably shooting at Tyler Perry Studios, which is part of this as well.
Mhm.
Tyler Perry created something that's incredible. He created a career where he was able to build a first ever all black studio, which is such a phenomenal feat. And even though he's about all cultures, he really made it a point to really give a space to great writers in the black community, great creators, great producers. I've interviewed so many people from BET and Plus and Bounce and everything else. When you got the call to work on the show, All the Queen's Men with Abe and Michelle, great actors, by the way, what was your feeling like knowing that you're going to be really working with elite people in the culture that have catapulted the next phase of bringing up the next generation of people? Because you're a part of that now.
Well, thank you. And you're right about everything. I mean, it was incredible. It was just, it had been a goal of mine. Um, and, I've worked at a lot of studios over the years, and then, each one has its own, unique thing. But there's no place like Tyler Perry Studios. I mean, it really is. It's just impressive. It's very impressive. Everybody who works on the productions, who works at the studio, from the actors to the groundskeepers to the hair and makeup people. I mean, everybody is just on point, and you can just there's an energy there.
Yeah.
Um, there's an energy of gratefulness there.
Hmm.
And it makes it an incredible place to work. So yeah, I was thrilled. And that's before that was my first time working at the studio. I had never done a guest and on any of his other shows. So I wasn't exactly sure what to expect, but it definitely surpassed anything that I could have even imagined.
Oh, I love it. Now, with all the shows that you've done, how is the writing working on all the Queen's Men? How do you find the writing compared to the other shows that you work on this right now?
The writing is it's amazing. It's amazing. Well, I will say, and some people might have heard this. The interesting thing about it is, we do 16 episodes,
Yeah.
and in shooting episode one, then episode two, then episode three, we shoot lots of episodes simultaneously, and the way it works, and which is which means you really have to know what's going on throughout the entire season,
Yeah.
as opposed to, okay, here's what's happening today, or in this week. And so what they basically do is, like, if say you have 5 episodes that are all going to be in the courtroom, a courtroom set, then you'll shoot everything that has to be shot in the courtroom set. So that's very different from most shows.
Yeah. And
So
now,
yeah,
speaking of
so it
courtroom,
has to be. Sorry.
yeah, now speaking of courtroom, you play District Attorney Alicia Rodds, I believe.
Mhm.
Um, One thing I know about a lot of actors, when you're a DA or an attorney or a villain, you're kind of the bad guy, even though you're on the good side of the track. But people always look at attorneys as a bad guy, right? Because they always have a bad rap. This role is a powerful role. Like, there's a lot of power that comes with this role. Have you studied being in the courts? Have you studied attorneys to make this craft of this role much better than what we see on screen? Because you kill it. I love it.
Thank you. Well, I thought for a while that I was going to go to law school after I graduated.
Yeah.
So I've always been really fascinated by the law. I've taken a couple of, like, I forgot what the name of the class was. I took, like, a sort of a undergraduate class in law, whatever, while I was in school. I did take the LSATs. I used to sit in on court cases just for fun. I was still a nerd, but just really enjoyed that. And I was married before, and I was married to an attorney, and he was, honestly, he's passed away now, but
I'm sorry.
he was a thank you. He was a brilliant litigator. I would read through briefs that he wrote, and then he would show me, the opposing counsel's briefs. And I mean, it was fascinating. The law has
Mhm.
always been really fascinating to me. So I guess the answer is yeah, inadvertently, somehow. Yeah, maybe I've been preparing for this role for a while, I guess.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I mean, one of my favorite law shows is actually Suits. So if I ever decided to be an attorney, I'm talking about their first Suits. I mean, the second Suits I haven't watched yet. I'm actually looking to see how that is. But the first, man, I couldn't get enough of that because there's something about really watching intelligent actors. And I'm not knocking any other actors, you're all intelligent. But you have to be on a certain level to do like ER, right? To do Grey's Anatomy, to do any show that has law or medicine involved because there are words and phrases and the vocabulary that you have to know and convince and be good at it. And I'm just like, I don't even know how you guys do that. Now,
It's not just learning the lines, it's trying to understand what you're saying.
yes, yes, that's
Yeah.
all. I couldn't even
No, it,
understand what I'm saying.
yeah.
Exactly, exactly. And people are laughing at me right now during this interview, like, you know what? We have to feel tired. So we get that because, half of us will watch the show and not understand a word that they're saying, but we kind of get what's happening in the scene because you're that good, right? So we don't have to understand it in order to understand the scene. And that's what makes a great actor sometimes. which is the best part. Now, I did notice in the clip, because I will be honest, I haven't really watched this show per se. I've seen a couple of episodes, but I did catch a clip which I didn't know, just to tell you how backed I am at this, because I usually watch everything, like all seasons and everything. It's just a lot. Kiki Haynes. I
Yes.
didn't realize she was at. Now, Kiki and me go back 8 years. Me and her did a panel together where we did a discussion here in New York.
Oh my,
Um,
that's she's in Jersey, or was from Jersey,
yeah,
right?
so
Yeah.
sweet, so nice. And when I saw her, I'm like, I'm gonna say this, black don't crack with any of you guys, because you guys do not age. I don't know what that crap's about. In about 10 years, I'm gonna look like a raisin.
I love Kiki. Yeah, and most of my scenes are with her,
Yeah.
because we're working together to take Madam down. So so yeah, I love Kiki.
Yeah, I want her to see this interview and be like, yeah, that's the same dude. Come back to the guy. Now, when I was mentioning you are going into possibly season 5, how do you like the storyline of this? Because the storyline of All the Queen's Men is powerful. And I love the title, All the Queen's Men, because there are more and more shows today that are really showing just how powerful women are. It should never be like that, that we have to put on shows to show that, because women have been more powerful before men. And I don't care what any guy is watching right now, because in any castle, king or queen, that king cannot rule a kingdom unless he has a strong woman, not behind him, because most likely
Yeah.
she's telling him what to do, and he's pretty much doing what she's saying to do. Are you feeling me on that right now?
Totally feeling you on that one. No, I love this show. And you're right, it's so funny. I was just thinking the exact same thing about, this trend toward powerful women leads. I'm in the process of watching Day of the Jackal, which is nominated for some SAG
Yeah,
awards, and
really
it's
good.
another great example of it. So yeah, it's amazing. And Eva, oh, honest, she blows me away
Yeah,
with her work. It's just incredible. Not to mention, I mean, she totally embodies the madam character, but just the fact that she can learn that many lines. I mean, I mean, I feel like I have a lot of lines. Wow, she's got she's got
yeah.
tons and tons, and does not miss a beat ever. Ever, ever, ever. So, yeah, so it's a nice trend. When I first got started in this business, um, I was always somebody's girlfriend, somebody's love interest, somebody's, whatever, that kind of thing, but secondary to, a male
Yeah, you were
lead.
typecast. That's what it was. You were typecast.
And I'll take, well, and when you're an actor, you're just happy to work, especially
Of
when you're
course you
just
are.
getting started. And so, I'm not going to knock that at all. But I think that's also a great thing about getting a little age on you too. Because I
All
think
right,
about it.
first of all, I'm calling bullshit bullshit. I'm telling everybody out there. You heard what she just said, right? Girl looks like
I
she's 25 and she's bringing out the age factor with us. Now,
I'm
go
just
ahead, talk.
I'm just saying it would be a lot harder for me to play an attorney, a tough attorney, this character when I was 22 than
True.
it is now. Because I mean, part of acting is using your life experience, and you
That's
use,
true.
you use every part of who you are.
Yeah.
And the older you get, if you're blessed to live on this earth for any amount of time, you're going to have more and more experiences. Some of them are going to be good. Some of them are not going to be so good. And you use all of that. And so that's what you need to play, I think, some of these tougher characters.
I love how you put that. I don't think people understand. The one great thing about acting is I love when an actor defines their personality in every role. They don't change their personality. They change their role. But it's like if you ever watch Angela Bassett, Jack
Yes.
Nicholson, Matthew McConaughey, you ever notice that even no matter how many roles they play, they still got that debonair, like je ne sais quoi about them, right? Where it's their same personality but they put it in every role because they're that good, but that's what we want, And have you found your knack on how you go to every role, no matter what the role is, whether it's sad or good or evil or happy? Do you find that you found your knack on how to go into a role?
I'd like to say that I have. I don't know. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out how Meryl Streep does what she does, you know. She's kind of my like, wow, she's the one of the main actors that she blows me away because she becomes somebody else. There are a few actors out there like that, but I mean, as I said before, I just put myself into that position, whether I'm going to be, I don't know, a lawyer or a teacher or I don't know. There's a little evil in me. There's a little nice in me. So I just
Like
take
that.
whatever and use it and tailor it to whatever the role is.
I like that. And I love how you brought up Meryl Streep. I just saw a video. She wasn't at the award show, it was Amy Poehler and of course Tina Fey. I think they're awesome together. And they're like, oh, Meryl Streep's not here tonight. She's home with the flu. But I heard she's great in it. And I just started dying because it's like, oh, so that's a role for her playing the flu. And it's just like,
Yeah.
it's correct. There are just some people out there that are that good. Um, I did speak to some people offline, so I told them I was going to be interviewing you. We all see you as a leading character, like a leading woman in your own episode, in like your own show. Um,
Oh, really
yeah, I
sweet.
speak to a lot of great people, and I always do like pre-interviews sometimes with other people with see what they think about my shows coming up. And we talked about you. And we're like, she, if somebody locks her in, she has a leading role character that's just waiting for her in her own show. Like, I think you're that good. And
Well,
I'll
thank
give you
you.
the $20 back after the episode's over. You
Hope
know,
somebody's listening. Actually, I had a great script come across the desk, as they say, just a few weeks ago, and it would put me in that role. So we'll see. It's a pilot script. Working on funding and stuff like that right now for that. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
well, I'm gonna call you publicist. 'Cause I'm sitting here. I'm like, you know what? Think me and Enya should do a Hallmark movie.
Yes. Okay, let's do it.
I'm serious. Like, we'll just picture it like it's snowy town. It's the holidays. You got this great woman who just had a bad relationship and she needed to get away and she moved whatever, like Michigan. And there's a guy who's a lumberjack, and I got a beard and he just lost his wife and he's got a daughter and a Siberian Husky and they find their way with hot chocolate.
I could see this. It sounds a
Doesn't
little
it sound
familiar,
like
but
a great movie?
it does. It sounds like a Hallmark movie.
Yeah,
You know what? I do have a movie coming out on Passion Flicks day
really.
after tomorrow. I do, yeah. I'm a supporting character again, but that's okay. But it's wonderful. It's called a man's vow. Yeah, a lover's vow. A lover's vow.
A
There's a
lover's
man's
vow.
promise. There, I get a little confused because it's the third in a series of three
Okay.
movies based on books by an author, Brenda Jackson. And so this is the third. So I was in A Man's Promise. So
Okay.
now A Lover's Vow comes out day after tomorrow on
So
Passion Flicks.
right in time for the Valentine's.
There you go.
Okay.
It's perfect. Yeah.
All right. A lover's vow.
Mhm.
So it's kind of like lying at the altar, like, do you take this person forever? And it's like, yeah, more for
Nothing
now.
like
It's
nothing like that.
like more for now. She's cool now until something happens. Still you crazy. Then we have to part ways. So Valentine's. So here's a question, just popped up. What do you think of the whole Valentine's Day thing? You think it's something that people just made up just so they can have that one great date? Or do you feel Valentine's Day should happen every single day of that relationship?
Every single day. Oh my goodness. I mean, honestly, I mean, like a lot of things, it's great. It's a great commercial holiday and we can sell tons of candy and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, you're supposed to show people that you love, whether it's, your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your whatever, your dog, what got a little dog here. Show them that you love them every single day because, we know life is not promised. So don't wait for holiday to do that.
I love that unconditional love that our
Yeah.
pets give us every day. Now,
Yes.
yeah, I'm hitting all these guys. Favorite candy? We're gonna listen, even though it's gonna air after Valentine's Day, we're still in the
Uh,
Valentine's spirit right now. Favorite candy? What's that favorite candy you go to? What is that?
oh, man, I like C's candy, any kind of C's candy. That's that might, I don't know if that's just all West Coast thing or
Wait.
not. I know.
Yeah, what is
Yes.
seed candy?
SEE C's, it's Miss there's a cute little old lady on the front, but on the box. But yeah, there's lots of C's candy out in LA. So C's candy, but okay, if we're going to nationally known brand, how about I love the Lindt truffles, chocolate truffles.
Yes, I'm getting fat just
Oh,
looking at it.
yes.
Okay.
Any day, anytime, anywhere.
Everybody's like, we see what Todd's doing. He's writing notes.
Well, what's
Wait,
your favorite?
hold on, I gotta write my notes on here. Lynch
Okay.
sees whatever the hell that is.
It's
And
good.
every
Trust
day,
me.
I don't know if every day is gonna happen because I have my moments. Mine, I mean, I love Reese's. Can't go wrong with the Reese's. But I've always liked the Baby Ruth. I'm a big fan of the Baby Ruth, and I miss the Reggie bar. And I just told my age, so
Well, I don't remember which one. What's the one?
it's called the Reggie bar. It was a Reggie candy bar named after Reggie Jackson. It's kind of like a turtle, kind of like a
Okay.
turtle type of
I
thing.
like turtles. But I'm with you on Baby Ruths, but those are hard to find now. Like
They
you
are.
can't every drugstore because I see I know. Yeah, I
I'm
like
really
Baby Ruth.
angry about that, by the
Yeah,
way.
I don't know what
I
either.
don't like taking road trips and I stop into like a deli or whatever on the side of the road and they have Snickers, which is good, Reese's and then all like Swedish fish. And I'm just like, I can do
Eh,
without the Swedish fish.
Yeah.
That's just too much. I'm good. But what we can find is you and all the Queen's Men on BET Plus. Now, what time is this air and what day does this air so my fans can know about it as well?
It's Thursday nights at 9 p.m. However, I believe right now it's on not hiatus. The first 8 episodes have
Yeah.
aired and the second 8 are still to come. I do not know when those are finally going to be released. Usually there's, maybe a couple of months between the number 8 and number 9. So we're waiting for 9 to come out now.
Okay, so but we could still
But you
stream.
can see the first 8 and all the other episodes from the previous seasons right now on
That
BET
I have to
Plus.
watch, obviously. Now, one more question. Gotta ask, is there something you can tell us about your character that could be happening, could not be happening? Is there something that the NDAs will allow you to say, or do we really have to revolve our goddamn life around going to the TV and watching your show? Is that what we have to do?
You're going to have to watch. However, I will say this, it's only going to get better. It's this season is you won't expect a lot that's going to happen.
Okay,
Yeah.
I love it.
But yes,
Well,
you have
listen,
to go watch. But
I
I
love
but I
that.
won't I
But what? You're about to
but I
slip.
can't I, I won't say specifically, but you'll want to see it. Yeah.
I love it. Well, listen, I love the way your career has gone. And guys, take it right here. Actors, actresses, whatever you want to call them. I call them all actors because it's one equilibrium of talent. Wear a lot of hats when you're an actor, right? Because it allows you to expand into so many realms because what you're doing now, you did model. I think 99% of people in acting have done some sort of modeling, and most of them have found that it was a waste of time because the modeling world is the one world that it's very hard to trust people because you don't know whether they really think you're talented or if you have a look or if you have a look just for that day to go on a date, right? And that happens a lot. You taught guys to walk. I'm going to tell you right now, you don't have to teach me to walk. I'm Italian, so if you tell me where the food is, I'm gonna have a stroke. You'd be like, "Look at Todd, look at him walking out there." I'm like, "That's because you got veal parmesan down at the end right there." I'm walking. I'm there.
All right.
So
I'm with you.
yeah, exactly. And then, you could still go back to school if you even wanted to. You're very intelligent. Took the LSATs, media, hosting, you're teaching. I don't think, I'm going to say it, and I said it to Jesse Smollett, you're like one hat shy for being Jamaican. Like you have that many jobs.
I remember that. You know what? My dad's does have some Jamaican heritage. So hey, maybe that's
exactly it. Because they're the hardest working people on the planet. Hardest working people on the planet. If you guys don't know what that reference is, go watch Living Color, because that's where that reference comes from. So check that out. But check her out. This is Enya Flack. Check her out on BET Plus. All the Queens men. BET Plus, Thursday nights. You gotta check it out. But definitely stream all the shows. And we can't wait to see you more. And I'm telling you right now, putting it in the air, you're a future leading lady, whether it's TV or film. And I'm going to put that out for you. Thank you for being the guest on FaceTime with Todd Wharton. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
So don't go away, everyone, because coming right back is country music artist Shari Rowe, and she's here performing her hit song, Night Riding, right here on FaceTime with Todd Wharton. So stick around.
Listen up. Are you embarrassed to show your feet in public? Do you wear water shoes to the pool or wear socks to bed? Do you bury your feet in the sand when you're at the beach? Do your feet look like this? Okay, calm down. And that's why you must have Fix Your Fungal Nail. You just simply want to get rid of those gross, disgusting, embarrassing toenails. Trust me, I'm the queen of toes. Check it out. Go to fixyourfeetproducts.com and I'll see you soon.
Go to fixyourfeetproducts.com. That's fixyourfeetproducts.com.
It's over. I have something very special planned.
How's that arrest warrant?
It's already in motion. It's time for Madam to feel the pain. Be careful. Detective Davis has a chance of taking me down.
Madam, I hear business at the club has been explosive.
I do not need this heat.
Your father will die in agony. And you will be hanging from a bridge in the middle of the city.
If you touch a hair on my father's head, I will come after you with a vengeance that you didn't even know was possible. Scrub on the hell in a handbasket.
I've been waiting for this moment for a long time.
You're gonna pay for this. There's a bunch of cops outside surrounding the building.
I'm always one step ahead of you. Are you done? Who sent you to blow up my club? Checkmate.
Why do you act like you're the boss of everybody?
Because I am. You're under arrest. It's a shame that all those innocent people had to die.
All the Queen's men.
Hey guys, Shari Rowe here, and you're about to watch my new music video, Night Ridin', right here on FaceTime with Todd Wharton.
See the light hit the trees, feel the air turning cool. An old truck can make you feel new. as everybody else. But baby, we don't need to be by ourselves. Turn on that song you always play in my truck. Put your hands in the wind, make my heart feel that stuff. Make it feel like I'm flying. We were not riding. The sun's gone to sleep, so is everybody else. But baby, we don't need to be by ourselves. Turn on that song you always play in my truck. Put your hands in the wind, make my heart feel that stuff. Feels like I'm flying, like I'm flying. Baby, we're flying. We were not riding. Started up, turn the key on, thinking about you.
So I just want to take a moment to thank my guests, Enya Flack and Shari Rowe, for being on FaceTime with Todd Wharton. First and foremost, Enya, congratulations on your career up to this point. I mean, you've done so much. You're a reporter, entertainment reporter, spokesperson, model, now an actress. And I'm telling you right now, there's a leading role for you. We're going to put those vibes out there. But guys, definitely check out All the Queen's Men. It's a Tyler Perry original for BET Plus. It's streaming right now. You won't be disappointed and you don't want to miss it. Also, Shari Rowe, I love the song Night Riding. Thank you for being a musical guest on FaceTime with Todd Wharton. Everybody, please follow these great young women on all social media platforms. Support them. I know you guys love this episode, and you know I did, but I can't wait to see the Oscars tomorrow. Guys, have fun watching the Academy Awards. Be with your friends. Put your votes in right now because all those great actors and actresses deserve it. But listen, at the end of the day, on Oscar weekend, like I always say, if you're not living a passionate life, then leave like you live. Take care, guys. I'll see you soon.